flocks of migrating geese are thick enough to block out the sun. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, actor, comedian Tom DeLouise, parrot costumer Alba Ballard, a State of the World quiz, and a look at New York things. And now, the father of the Panama Canal, David Letterman.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. I'm David Letterman. I'll be functioning, or sort of functioning, as the host here tonight. And I like to start off the evening sometimes by giving you a glimpse inside my personal life, and I'll do that for you tonight. Last night, of course, was Monday. Now, I know you at home are watching this on a Wednesday, but take my word for it. It, in fact, here in the studio, is Tuesday, the way it ought to be. And so... with that in mind, last night, of course, is Monday, and I guess by now you all know what I do on Monday nights. That's right. I race home and I watch Dick Clark's Practical... What is the name of the show? Dick Clark's Practical Bloopers and TV... Whatever. It's the big blooper show, and... yeah, so last night I'm watching that, and I'm telling you, yeah, every now and then they pull off a pretty impressive joke. The look on Muammar Gaddafi's face... when they told him that the former Prime Minister of Libya really hadn't been assassinated, oh my gosh, it was... well, it was... Is it any wonder I'm a Twitter today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got this is your Major League Television program for you tonight. We have a special tour of New York City. No. We have a special tour of Dom DeLouise. And every year about this time, we like to have a woman who dresses up parrots on the show. So making her... she's been here many times, hasn't she? Alba Ballard is here tonight, parrot costumer. This is our good friend Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Dad. Well... I don't know, maybe we have a little bit of influence on the show, I don't know, but, you know, I made some little comment about how you can tell, what you can tell about a woman if she thinks David Lee Roth is funny. Sometimes you want to skirt around her, you know.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got a long-distance call from a gal who just wanted to tell me that she used to think he was funny. She no longer thinks he's funny. So, you know, I think that, a certain guy, you know, had a mission in life, and he kind of came through with it.
Now, see, let me just interrupt here if I can.
Yeah.
Now, you think that's pretty hip. That's pretty hip inside musical references, isn't it?
This is what I'm about.
That's right.
Yeah. Go for those inside hip
Ask me what I did this morning.
All right. What did you do this morning, Dave?
I went to a private screening. I'm the only one in the theater of the movie, the Talking Heads movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
You are Mr. Rock and Roll.
Sure.
They're right about you. Private screening.
You do that sort of thing because you are Mr. Rock and Roll, and I didn't think I was until I saw this full-page ad here in TV Guide a couple of weeks ago announcing that I'm Mr. Rock and Roll, and I couldn't be happier. That, of course, is in reference to our big special edition that will be on Friday night of this weekend.
Yes.
We're having musical guests. Oh, gosh, there'll be many, many wonderful musical guests.
Yes.
Fortified with musical guests to help you stay awake. That'll be Friday. Who are the musical guests? We have some, don't we? Dan Hartman from Good Morning America will be here. They'll have wonderful stories to tell us about Joan London and Irma Bombeck.
And he is part of the love triangle.
Yeah, that's right. Now, what? Dan Hartman, you know Dan Hartman.
Dan Hartman, he's a nice chap. Yeah.
Who else do we have on the big rock and roll festival? David Byrne from Talking Heads. Anybody else? The Bangles, ladies and gentlemen. So I really am Mr. Rock and Roll.
Yes, you are.
And other things. Don't we have other things? There you go. Sure, Mr. Rock and Roll. You couldn't do that. There are FCC regulations against that if it's not true. You couldn't do that if it weren't so. I am. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yes,
Oh, let's get on with the calendar, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our Phil Donahue countdown calendar. Okay. Anyway, let's give Phil a beauty mark today. I like the way that looks. That's good. Okay. Marlo would be so jealous. You know, it's almost the end of another year. We have re-elected our president, and the world once again is on the brink of chaos and disaster. So we thought to ourselves, what better time than to present to the viewing public a State of the World quiz to be taken at home. So while you're getting your pens and pencils ready, I hope you're ready because I have nothing else to say. Here now is our quiz on the state of the world. Question number 1. What nickname do Kremlin insiders use to refer to Marshal Ustinov, the 76-year-old military leader who recently suffered a stroke? Is it A, the Iron General, B, the Liberator of Siberia, or C, the young healthy guy? To give you an idea how much you know about the state of the world today. Question number 2. Despite its economic might, Japan still relies on the U.S. for imports of A, steel, B, cotton, C, you know what, I forgot something else. C, Major League ball players who never hit over 260. That's the other one. I forgot I was going to show you the Christmas tree. We'll finish this up and then take a look at the tree. By withdrawing French forces from Chad, President Francois Mitterrand hopes to silence critics who have been calling him A, an imperialist, B, a neo-colonialist, C, the jerk who gave Jerry Lewis the Legion of Honor. These are only jokes, ladies and gentlemen. Question number 4. When asked about arms control, President Reagan says, quote, A, it's my top priority. B, I've developed several new initiatives. C, I can't hear you, the helicopter is too noisy. Question number 5. Regardless of their politics, all nations face the peril of A, acid rain, B, the greenhouse effect, C, an ABBA reunion. Did ABBA break up formally, or are they still somewhere recording?
Well, I think Bjorn and Benny are still together. But as far as Annafred and Agneta, I don't know.
Agneta?
Oh, I might be wrong on that.
Question
Frida.
number 6. Reagan thought there were MiGs on Russian ships in Nicaragua recently because during a cabinet meeting he had A, CIA briefing about them, B, a look at satellite photos of them, C, a very realistic dream about them. Number 7, the U.S. State Department is most concerned about Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi's A, threats against the president, B, rabid denunciation of U.S. foreign policy, C, his eerie resemblance to character actor Stuart Margolin. It's C. Here he is. There's Colonel Gaddafi and Stuart Margolin. Oh, my God. All right, we're up to question number 8 now. The Reagan administration has faith in the future because A, the recently completed space shuttle mission was a success. B, the proposed Star Wars defense system looks to be on target. C, in most areas of the country, you can now get toothpaste in a pump. All right, this is our last question, and get ready to tabulate your scores. According to recent polls, Americans have a new confidence in A, their government, B, their economy, C, their ability to participate in polls. Thank God that really wasn't the last question. I believe this is the last one, yeah. Svetlana Stalin returned to the Soviet Union recently because, quote, A, I disliked the West, B, I missed my family, C, those Levi's 501 ads were making me nuts. Let's see what that means. What do we do now? Yeah. You know, again this morning it took me 2 hours to get to work. The streets here in Manhattan are jammed. The reason is people from all over the country are driving in here to see the 72-foot Christmas tree that they put up outside our building. Don't come to the city. Now, just stay where you are. I'm going to show you what the tree looks like now. It's a 2-ton Norwegian spruce. They cut it down on a farm. There it is outside. Take a look at the tree. This is all you need to see. Don't get in the car. Don't come to man. Oh, my God, what is this? Good Lord, run for your lives, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Oh, no. So, well, it could have been worse. Okay, we'll be right back. Dom DeLouise is here for us. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone watching has a very nice Thanksgiving. And another reminder, we'll be on Friday night. You know, we're not normally on Friday night, but if you check your TV guide, we have an ad there for the big, whatever they're calling it, but it'll be a lot of fun. That's Friday night at 12:30, and music, fortified with plenty of music guests. My first guest tonight is in town this week for a special... By the way, let me mention this while we're mentioning things. Look at all the paperwork you have to contend with. Bill Wendell, our own announcer, Bill Wendell will be announcing the Thanksgiving parade tomorrow on NBC. What kind of things do you announce for the parade? What exactly is that?
The openings.
There's Bullwinkle. That kind of stuff?
All of the openings, Dave, the closings, intro to the commercials, and then if something goes wrong with one of the balloons or something like that.
God forbid.
God forbid. Then we cover up.
All right. And coast to coast and around the world.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll be looking for you. That's
Thank you.
Tomorrow here on NBC.
Tomorrow.
Right. My first guest tonight is in town this week for a special appearance he's making at the very same parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. He will also be appearing this Saturday night at the Concord Hotel in upstate New York. It's a pleasure to welcome to this show Dom DeLouise. Very nice entrance, by the way.
Was that a good entrance?
Yeah.
You know, I tell you, I am so happy to be here because your audience is like hot. You know, but you know, it's like they're all on.
No.
They are.
No, you can't say that.
For Christmas, don't you want to fill that space?
Yeah.
It's darling.
Thank you very much.
It's very sweet. You are bright.
Oh, no, don't start with this.
What?
You don't have to do that. You're just making stuff up now.
No.
We're here to talk about you, Don.
I am not. No. You are bright. You are very bright. You're also very shy. Sometimes somebody says something and you go, oh, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
We see you you see your mind going.
You know, that happened just a few minutes ago when you said, for Christmas, don't you want to fill that space?
You probably had a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? Here's what,
You want to hear what I had to say?
Well, no, let me just tell you what, I will. You keep that in mind. Wait a minute, David, but you see, the thought that you had as you smiled, it leaked out of the hole. So I'm telling you, fill that hole, and those thoughts will stay in there, and you'll be able to get those jokes out. What did you going to say?
Well, no, now I can't because the timing's all
No,
off.
no, I'll say it again.
No, it'll...
For Christmas, don't you want to fill that gap?
Don't you want to drop 60 pounds?
Well, so that's all right. I don't give a about that. No, that's... You know, if I could drop... Look, I'm going to...
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You wait a minute.
But see, you came... See, I can say that because you came out and took a shot at me.
But
so
don't you
I get a shot back?
You bet. You know what I'm going to be in the Macy's Day Parade? One of the floats. They got guys. They're going to put a little hose in my mouth, fill me up, and I'm going to go down the street like this. One guy takes a pop shot out of me. I could blow 66th Street right out of the, you know.
Well, now let me just apologize because I don't.
Oh.
No, wait a minute. I'm not sensitive about these goofy looking teeth.
No, that's why you went for the groin.
No. It was a kind of a reflex action.
I understand.
It's the gunfighter.
I understand.
instinct.
We all love you. You're like a little kid, a dangerous little kid.
Now tell me about your appearance in the parade.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful. My wife, Carol, and my three sons, Peter, Michael, and David, 18, 15, and 12, 13. It changes every year. It's very hard. And my 88-year-old mother, Vincenza DeLouise, we're all going to wave, and my kids are going to do cartwheels and big flip-flop.
Now, are you on a float?
I'm on a little car, in a Carmen Ghia.
Mm-hmm. Now, how do you get your whole family in the parade? Why?
I suck in and they sit.
No, but I mean, it's great that you're in the parade with your family, but how does that work? Did they say, sure, Dom, bring your family?
They called me up and they said, you want to be in the parade? And I said, no. They said, we'll pay your airfare. I said, okay. No, I was going to be at the Concord Hotel. I'm trying to get jokes, and this is how I make a living, so every once in a while I will, try to get laughs.
Now, wait a minute. What happened to your family in the parade?
No, well, I'm working at the Concord Hotel, and we were all going to be here in New York, and then someone said, would you like to be in the parade? And I thought, gee, that's great. And my kids got excited. Michael does cartwheels, and Peter does...
He's a gymnast.
Yes, a gymnast.
An acrobat?
An acrobat.
Yeah.
And they all do little tricks and stuff. So they're not going to be in the car. There's no room for the kids, but they're going to be clowns nearby.
So, wait a minute. So on
My mother does not do cartwheels. She's 88. She has to ride. Yeah.
So you mean on your way to the Concord, you're just driving a while in the parade and then you head upstate? Is that how this works? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
But isn't it funny? The meaner you get, the bigger the gap seems.
Now, see, was that mean? Did that strike you as being mean?
No. I'm just trying to get laughs. This is how I make my living.
Yeah.
No, you don't seem mean at all. We're going to be, in fact, we're going to have a bunch of friends go to Mildred Pierce, which is a restaurant here in town on 46th Street. Mildred Pierce, and we're all going to meet there and have turkey, and... Oh, I have a fantastic... I'm writing a cookbook. This is interesting. I'm writing a cookbook.
Well, what a coincidence that you're on the show.
Yes.
That you could mention something like this.
This is interesting because, tomorrow is Thanksgiving and everybody's going to have leftover bird. And I'm going to tell you what to do with your leftover bird.
All right, let's do a commercial and then we'll tell it.
All right, but I mean, the name of my cookbook has a name. You say, what's the name of your cookbook? I'll tell you, and then you can go to commercial.
Dom, I understand you're writing a cookbook.
Yes.
What is the folks going to the bookstore, and what is the name they can be looking for? What's the name of the book?
The name of my cookbook is called Eat This.
We'll be right back.
Good.
Now, you're writing a cookbook. I just want to show this briefly. Here's a picture of you, I guess, announcing the cookbook.
Right.
Now, here's a picture.